Ciao, ciao.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of Round 5 of Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Tonight, we come to you from CHICAGOLAND Speedway, one of the favorites of all of the drivers in the community. It's always put on some good racing, close racing, and iRacing competition. Put on some great races here in real life when INDYCAR used to come here in the early 2000s. And we are here for the second running of the Votive Chicago 225. As always, joining me in the booth for expert analysis, the winner in the Lionheart Series, former Freedom 100 winner over the Elite Racing League. Now is recognized as one of the inaugural, winning the inaugural running of the Votive Indy Derby, even though that doesn't really count, I guess. Is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. So, Luis, wow, we're getting into this season, and it's starting to get pretty exciting. So, after 2 consecutive wins now, which is kind of a rare feat, Anna Klimek has emerged as the one to beat this season. We're at the midway point of the season now. We're right at the midway point, 5th. So we completed 4. We're at 5, and now we got 4 more after this to take us to 9. So, there's still lots of everyone to race for. But much like Alex Palou in the real IndyCar season, our champion, Kyle Clinworth, is finding himself in the position of being the hunter instead of the hunted. Actually being the hunted instead of being the hunter. But let me give you some stats here, and I want your reaction on them. Is Clindy's streak of being the points leader came to an end at our last race. The race started race 8 of Season 2, which was April 26th of 2025. It ended in race 4 of Season 4, March 8th of 2026. 336 days, 14 races. Anna is now the first back-to-back winner in Votive since Edson Santos won 3 in a row way back in Season 1. I gotta say, she is definitely the one to beat, and we're only at the midway point, but I think Clindy's got his work cut out for him.
Well, like you mentioned, we still have a lot. Still, like a next race in Miami, Phoenix, Fontana, then Indianapolis. So it's a lot to count and between now to the end. And I think it's really excited to have somebody else, not like always the same person be on the front, like has happened on the ERL. So good to have somebody good to make a battle on the Clendy, defend the champion, and body.
Here are the points coming into today's race. Anna Klimek with a 20-point lead over our defending series champion Kyle Clinworth. And then Clindy's technical teammate Chad Simpson sitting in 3rd, Alexis Newsom in 4th. I do not see Alexis in the lineup tonight, so I do not think she made this particular race. So she is going to be in jeopardy of falling out of the top 5 because Mark Murphy is here tonight. So is Indy Kirkenbauer. Rashad Craig is here. Mason Mitchum is here. Butch Davis is here. Dan Durazo is here. In fact, there's a lot of people that are here right now because we're going to have, again, 40 cars starting this race. Once again, now we've had no less than 40 cars start every race this season here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. But those are your points. Anna with a 20-point lead over Clindy. And as you said, Lewis, it's no time to panic, but it's definitely time for Clindy to show that he can't allow Anna to get a bigger lead. It's just going to make his job in the second half of the season even tougher.
Well, now it's a very bad restart for him because Anna Klimek, you're going to go for the grid soon, but Anna Klimek started on 12, and Clendy's in 26 with the very back on the field with these 42 cars.
All right, let's get the starting lineup in. I had to restart my overlay application, and I did not get a chance to put the racetrack name in the field. It is now in the field. But here is the schedule that we got coming up. And notice the Indianapolis start time. That has been moved up to 4 p.m. Eastern time on that Sunday, so it does not interfere with the Gateway race that will be running that evening. That is the real NTT IndyCar Series race at Gateway for the finale. So just noting that time. Make sure that you note it as well, and if you are a subscriber to the channel, you will get notified when we go live, and also right before we go live. So you'll be notified when we're getting ready to show that race, and you won't miss it. Let's get the schedule off the page here and get into today's starting lineup. And on the pole, the prodigy Indy Kirkenbauer, still looking for that first win. Casey Povolona's teammate right next to him. Then we got right behind them, Andrew Marquez. And every time we've seen him start up front, he has been a player the entire race. Let's go back and remember what happened at Milwaukee when he started up front. So we'll keep him in mind. Ryan Campbell starting in fourth. Then we got who's starting in the inside of row 3?
It is Christopher Demery.
Chris Demerit in row 3, right next to Mason Mitchum, Tracy Did, and Costner in row 4. Fortson and the senior Kirkenbauer in row 5, position 10. And we got Edwards and Klimek, Simpson and Stouffer, Paz and Zier, Davis and O'Sullivan making his return to the series. Durazo and Newcomer rounding out 19th and 20th. Reed and Dugan, Lovern and Alexander, Murph and Clindy. Oh gosh, they're starting together on row 13, Lewis. Can we avoid calamity with these two? This is like Sting and Ric Flair back there. They're just two wrestlers that don't like each other, that are always fighting each other, and they're always going to come to blows. We shall see. Defending series champion Clindy and old and slow Mark Murphy back there on row 13. Then right behind this row, Clindy's teammate Antonio Estrada, the boss, El Patron, and Caleb Brashear in Freebird, sporting the new I5G scheme, but still keeping the Freebird scheme. I like it. He's at row 14. Forsyth making his return to the series first time in a while. And primetime John Stellard back in row 15. The host with the most, Shane Coker, and Campbell back in row 16. Rashad Craig, Pahutsky 17. Tedesco and Hobson 18. Collins and Wood, there's a lot of experience in that row 19. Fields and Hysong, row 20. And Robert Malechka and Jacob Oster are going to do the worst of first challenge starting in row 21. 42 cars tonight.
Last time we visited Chicagoland was on September 18, 2024. 24 cars, winning by Will Stern.
Yeah, that was season 1, wasn't it?
Was, season 1, the poleman by Josh Ward. So 24 cars in that day. Today, 42. Race.
And if you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Getting ready to go green as we come down the arced backstretch here at Chicagoland. Indy Kirkenbauer is going to lead us to the green. Momentarily, teammate Casey Povolonis right next to him. Marquez, Campbell, Chris Demerit, Mason Mitchum, your top 6. Here are your conditions on the racetrack. 134 on the track temperature, so they're going to be a bit pack racy for a while, Lewis, but they're going to start breaking away as tire wear becomes a bit of an issue once we get up to speed.
Yeah, Chicagoland is like that. It's basically coming in, and it's going to be for a little bit, but I hope it's going to be for... Oof, I restart for everyone over there, the green flag.
And we are 3 wide in the mid-pack just behind the leaders. We're single car about the first 6 positions. Down the backstretch, still battling out. Ray Shadid and Costner. And then there's Tristan Fortson. Casey Povolonis is going to lead the first lap. Campbell up to second. Indy Kirkenbauer back to third. Demerit now up to fourth. Demerit just hanging on to the bottom and picking up spots. Now he's up to the top.
I think so far, because it's too... Oh, my God. I see Seb Alexander have a little bit contact with Shane Duggan and Wagner 21, but it's all good. Oh, Indy is out. Indy is
We have
out.
had some blinkers. Yeah, we've had some blinkers. Yeah. There are storms in the Midwest, so I'm not sure if that's going to impact. Indy is dropped.
You have Amiibo flag also too. He's out of the race. He sent it to the pit. That's when I see it for the messenger on iRacing, because the issue, he's out of the race. He's in pit road now.
Oh, Indy Kirkenbauer is out. And if it's a complete failure in the household, it's still allowing senior Kirkenbauer. There he is, car in the wall, right in front of him. I'm not sure who that was. But the senior Kirkenbauer still in the running, getting ready to go 3 wide off the corner. Right below him is Liam O'Sullivan. Logan Edwards in the purple camo i5G car.
Christopher 3 wide in the middle of the two. You know why the 3 wide you can make it now, but after lap 20, 25, I don't think so. I think they should be start to use the high line, middle, high, goes to the wall. On the bottom is kind
of... Butch Davis sliding across the nose of our points leader, Anna Klimek. I don't think he meant to do that as a vindictive driving. He just was trying to slide into the slot there, and he slid right across her nose on the old Brazilian clear.
Butch Davis is going over there in the 14th. That's crazy. How big is the field? And we're talking about somebody's in the 20th. And look like they are in the top 10, but nope, they are very back on the field.
Andrew Wood up 8 spots. He's in 30th. Jacob Oster up 5. Robert Maluchka just hanging out in the back. There he is. Just pacing the field, doing things that Robert does. We'll see how he executes his strategy. Always working those numbers. Sam Costner, though, you're a new leader up at the front. So, new Votive driver up at the front. Sam Costner in that day glow yellow. Kind of reminds me of that old Menard scheme. And here comes Chris Demerit following him through. Casey Povolonis in the white car down low. Here comes Tristan Fortson. Here comes... that is Trace Shadid. And again, Trace Shadid, Fortson, Povolonis love these tracks. Mason Mitchum.
Like CHICAGOLAND, to be honest. It is really cool. Look like Super Speedway inside. Look like big, but it's really, really technical, especially in the exit on the turn 2. When you think you can put the car, you turn a little bit more the wheel, and the car is gone.
Andrew Marquez is down 9 spots in 12th. He has fallen to the back. We will ride with him. And here is a very wide front stretch. Now, they cannot use the apron until the last lap. But here, he's even lifting. Down the backstretch. That backstretch is arced. Big train on the high side getting around him. Makes me think Andrew's trying to hit a number right now as he's right behind his teammate, Logan Edwards. Working the hybrids. For a lot of these drivers, the first time they get a chance to use hybrid. Hybrid power at Chicagoland Speedway. 3 wide for the lead. Riding with Ryan Campbell now. Former Votive Derby champion. Wow. Casey Povolonis just slid right to the bottom, defended. He goes up top now, gives a little bit of a draft to his teammate. Pulls his teammate forward, locks Ryan Campbell into place. I don't think Ryan's really panicking right now. He's saving a lot of fuel where he is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think if it's looked like it happened last time in Michigan, I think why not? What if? Maybe we want to go to green flag race, and could be affected in the end to have this type of fuel now and don't pay on the end when it's happened with many others. We see many people thinking about they can make the number, and on the end it's never happened. So could be a big chance in this field with good driving. Actually, I don't see any. My God, I almost talked about Jacob Oster almost lose in the turn in turn 4. It was side by side with Gary Lovner, and all good for him.
Look at all of the turbulence hitting the camera. Wow. Let's call out Butch Davis and Liam O'Sullivan. They're up 12 spots and 10 spots respectively, and they are side by side on the speedway. Liam O'Sullivan, a regular in the in the VOR INDYCAR Championship. In fact, he's the points leader right there in the VOR INDYCAR Championship. He is wasting no time to get to the front. It's the middle of the night right now where he's from.
Wait, I don't remember to be in the league racing around 2 a.m., 1 a.m. No. I don't have that kind of opportunity.
I'm just fortunate to be in the Eastern time zone. So
that's a good thing. Hey, and 139 Fahrenheit track now.
87 on the ambient, so cars now starting to go the high line. In fact, Casey Povolonis down on the bottom at some point.
Oh no, come on there, on the apron. It's Durazo. Nice save. He have a contact with Rich Hadid.
Let's check this out. It's happened on the backstretch. Oh, wow. Wow! Wow! Great job by those drivers. Excellent.
Again, the rest is okay. Shadid could have some damage because the contact make more affected to Shadid. But look like all good because the Razo is make the pass of Marquez, I think it was. Yes, Marquez. So I think it's no damage for him, and Shadid is still keep a pace between Logan and Anna.
Andrew Wood now up to 25th, up 13 spots. Antonio Estrada, there he is, a battle with AJ Hobson. AJ is up 8 spots. Jacob Oster just behind them in 30th spot, up 12. Andrew Marquez started in the 3rd spot, down 19 now to 22nd. And there is Freebird right below him. That is one of his new teammates with I5G. I like the livery choice. I like the shiny American flag. Very appropriate. Oh, big run by Marquez. Had to stop it on the high side. Glindy up 6. He's in 20th right there. Here's our points leader, Anna Klimek, in 13th. Leading this group, kind of. Give you some gap information, as we do start to see some gaps on this field now.
We're gonna cross the line when the track is gonna be a factor in the car. They don't wanna race in each other. They're gonna race it against the track because the track is really hot now. The tire is gonna be maybe in some point need to something release pressure in the track, and it's gonna be really difficult for them starting for maybe in 5 more laps for all these drivers. Cap Simpson is going down. Something happened with him. Actually, it's in the apron.
Go back and take a look at Chad Simpson as he is trying. We're watching, trying to get the. There he is, coming to pit road. Unscheduled stop. Well, I take that back. This might be a scheduled stop. You can do what we would call maybe a four-stop strategy here. If you stop at 30, 60, 90, 120, and 150, he's coming in a little early, so he doesn't have a meatball flag.
Oh wait, maybe no. They don't have a no contact with nobody. I tried to went down for 5 laps, went back, sorry, but I don't see the contact. And even he says something. Huh. He's still in the pit road, so
still
maybe
on pit road,
something
so.
in the.
Sam Costner is your leader as he starts to pull away a little bit from his teammates. It's Casey Povolonis right behind him. Tristan Fortson, former winner in this series at Michigan in third. Chris Demerit, winner in just about everything everywhere else. And he has not won in Votive yet. He is in fourth. Ryan Campbell is in fifth. Multi-time winner here in Votive. Liam O'Sullivan in sixth. And Butch David Christopher. Here is a battle between two old-timers. This is the equivalent of Scott Dixon and Will Power out there battling on the racetrack. Or if you're a kid of the 80s like me, Gordon Johncock and A.J. Foyts. These guys have been in the community forever. Mason Mitchum in the battle there. He's a former winner in the Velocity Online Racing INDYCAR Championship at a track very similar to this, at Kansas. He started at the back of the pack and raced his way to the front. And then right behind him is Logan Edwards. Car sideways on the backstretch, and it's our leader! It's our leader!
Oh, no.
Sam Costner!
He lose the control? Yeah, you see, he lose the control in the turn 2, in the middle on the corner. That's super weird.
He got loose on the exit of the corner with nothing but clean air. And again, this is going to be a learning opportunity for him, but he keeps it off the wall, out of the grass, and everyone avoided him. And he'll at least be able to come to pit road. There are no tire limits for today's race, so smoke him if you got him, as I like to say. He'll come to pit road and throw a new set of tires on. But I think everyone will come to pit road and throw a new set of tires on. This really puts everybody in the neighborhood for doing a four-stop strategy. And a four-stop strategy is 30, 60, 90, 120. So they're in that neighborhood. If they want to stay out and go for some track position, which... tough call here. This is Chicagoland, not known to be a track position track. Although today might be a battle of track position with as large as the field. You could do a three-stopper. Three-stopper, the window opens at lap 37, 38. Then it goes 76, 74, 76, 111, 114, and 148, 152. When I say 152, it's just more than enough to get you to the end. That's what I mean. And everybody coming to pit road. Everybody coming to pit road. This is, I think this is a good call, Lewis. I think this is a good call.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to stay on the outside for a long time with this kind of condition track with 32 laps with the old tires. No, they're gonna catch you, and you're gonna go back to the field, and then it's difficult to catch us. Look at that side by side between Andrew Wood, 3Y Andrew Wood with Ulster. This is very interesting.
Whoa! They got to sort it out. That is Wood and Luke Reed. Actually, Oster and Luke Reed in the purple car. And Luke Reed will come out ahead. Luke, a relative rookie compared to the two guys behind him. if I'm driving and I know the record of Oster and Wood on this, and Forsyth for that matter, on this restart, I'm going as soon as I can.
No, basically, if you see the names you have on the grid, it's basically it's a really high quality driving in this league. Actually, we talking about enough. It's 44.01 the straight to field today on this league. we used to have a league with 2 point something in the league, but because it's combined the road and oval, but this is only pure oval iRating, so that's why it's make a 4401 certain field. Look like a fixed series though.
Check it out, chat. I5G checks in. Marquez told me he's really going to focus on saving for this particular race. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think he had a problem. I think he was just falling to the back to actually save, and that's where he is. So he's down 17 spots, but now we're going to have a big reset button for everybody. Indy Kirkenbauer checks in. Basically, his internet having problems. Wondering if Dad's on the same internet, because Dad never dropped. So Indy might just go pull the plug on Dad's internet and just say, Dad, drop now.
Actually, you know what? The problem about the Andy, he covered the internet problem. He hit the wall because he got a meatball flag.
Yeah.
And when he tried to coming back, the car is destroyed. So, unfortunately for him.
Getting ready to go green here at lap 33 to 34. It is Ryan Campbell. Multi-time winner here in this series. Casey Povolona second. Tristan Fortson in third. Liam O'Sullivan and Chris DeMerit. And we are stacking up behind him right around the area of Logan Edwards.
Yeah, John Stellar and Wayne Campbell have a black flag because somebody don't want to restart properly.
And that's Wayne Campbell, yeah. Well, let me go back.
Wayne Campbell hit the wall. Oh, he hit the wall and he looked at Tedesco. And they have a black flag.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back and watch this again and see what happened here. And it's right at Wayne Campbell. Let's give a better angle here. Wayne Campbell is trying to get to the back of the field here. So it's a little chaotic back here. And you do have that with these big fields. And Logan Edwards sets a purple lap in the middle of this race. A.J. Hobson also sets it. Wayne Campbell is on pit road. So here's Tristan Fortson, bangs wheels with Ryan Campbell at the point. Wow. Here comes Liam O'Sullivan up to third, but he falls back to fourth now. Casey Povolonis holds that position. Chris DeMerit now on the high side of O'Sullivan. Butch Davis now in the battle. Logan Edwards in seventh. But Wayne Campbell has to come to pit road. Actually, he's leaving pit road now, so he's answering the black flag. John Stellard I believe, had the black flag lifted.
Yeah, because the incident, I think Campbell was the fall because he hit the wall and also hit somebody on the front. So maybe he answered the black flag to be fair in the incident.
Mark Murphy, old and slow, up to 15th. He's up 10 spots. Tristan Fortson to the point now. Train forming down the backstretch. A little bit of a snake. Tires are still good, so they are still going to be pack racy here for a while until they get in a little bit further into this stint. They're still less than 10 laps into this stint on these tires. Now low, Logan Edwards trying to hold on to the position and follow his new teammate through. That's DeMerit. Casey Povolonis now back to fourth. Butch Davis now in fifth on the high side of Logan Edwards. Good seeing Butch Davis in the lineup. Super racy tonight. Casey Povolonis down low under Chris DeMerit. DeMerit with a full send up high on the outside of Ryan Campbell, looking for a battle for second. DeMerit edges a nose out front. Still side by side through the corner, and now DeMerit will get the position.
He got momentum. And he has the good line on the high line for sure to make the pass and see the new leader.
And with a pace like that, he's not saving, I'm guessing. He's going to the front. Tristan Fortson now falls in line behind him. Here comes Butch Davis. Up 14 spots. He's now in third. Ryan Campbell fourth. Casey Povolonis in fifth. Logan Edwards in sixth. Liam O'Sullivan seventh. Christopher now in seventh. Liam O'Sullivan back in eighth as they go side by side. These are two guys that are familiar with one another. And Anna Klimek, our points leader, keeping herself nice, clean, and green and out of trouble for the deer. She's in ninth spot. Mason Mitchum in 10th. Ricky Paz. Good to see Ricky. He is in 11th. Clindy is in 12th, and he's going to try to bring his teammate or his technical teammate, Seb Alexander, with him down the backstretch as Seb gets ahead of Trey Shadid. As a battle for 13th. Mark Murphy back in 15th.
They have a small momentum over there between Trey Shadid and in the main straight. Shadid tried to not closing. I don't want to say closing, but Seb Alexander came over there and make the pass. It was close to have a contact there.
Well, from one I-5G driver to another, here's Caleb Brashear, and challenging him right now on the low side. Trying to get around the senior Kirkenbauer is former I-5G driver Jacob Oster, winner of the P1 600. Stay tuned. There will be a second running of the P1 600.
Oh, Povolani hit the wall? Yeah. He hits the wall, stuck in the wall for 1 or 2 seconds and release it. Careful of that. Any touch of that, maybe you can have a small damage on the end.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There he is in the wall right there. And it'll reach out and grab you, and it'll hold you there, too.
Yeah, lucky have the new tires. Because that moving, the old tire is game over.
Marquez and Wood battle for 21st position. Here's two guys with a ton of experience in these cars. And right behind them, Shane Dugan. Driver we haven't seen in a while. He's on the high side. Kind of in a Steinbrenner Harding type livery from back in the day. Race you did around Jacob Oster. Back up front, Butch Davis now has caught one of the I-5G drivers, one of the senior I-5G drivers now. Butch Davis goes to the point. And Chris really didn't put much of a fight, which makes me think he just wants to slide in back in line and work on fuel mileage now. If you're just joining us, this is go ahead. No,
I follow this interesting battle. Ulster is over there. Clay,
look at that.
Durazo, side by side with Trey Shadid, not anymore. But take it for maybe 4 or 5 laps over there. Tried to Ulster make the pass, but he couldn't.
If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series coming to you from Chicagoland Speedway for the second running of the Votive Chicago 225. We've completed now 51 of 150 laps. Got about 100 to go now, as this has gone by quickly. Only the one caution so far. If you enjoy coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, so don't miss out on the next race. The next race for us here on P1 will be our Monday open wheel doubleheader from the actually, where will we be Monday night? But we will have a Monday open wheel doubleheader starting at 8 p.m. With the Indy Open Series. And then immediately followed at 10 p.m. by the Indy Next Series. Indy Open will be at Barber, and so will Indy Next. They will also be at Barber. This is Barber Week. And ironically enough, I don't get my haircut. My haircut is next week, so I'm missing Barber Week.
Incident on the track. Leon O'Sullivan is coming to the pit. He lost the front wing. He have a contact with Ricky Paz in the turn 4. Kind of net coat. in the incident.
See if we can see what happened here. And this happened. Here we go. Ricky Paz on the high side. We'll see what happens here. Again, closing rates of these cars, they're at terminal speed anyways. They're going to go as fast as they can go at terminal velocity. Ricky Paz gets a big run off the corner. This is off a 2, going down the backstretch into 3. Takes a look to the inside. Now, Liam's going to have the draft of the car in front of him, helping him. Ricky sends it down low, and then all of a sudden he's going to get that dirty, dirty air as he starts sliding up, and he feels himself sliding up, and he's got to get out of the throttle, and he slices right across the nose. That was a big hit, actually. I'm surprised Liam does not have more damage as Clindy takes evasive maneuvers and goes on the outside.
The way he hit the way he went to the right looked like net code, but for outside looked like net code for me. I don't know. They're really tiny net code in between each other, but that's unfortunately. Leo Sullivan is in pits, losing all this 21 spot. He started 19, but he was in the top 10.
Oh, Tristan Fortson up in the gray off the corner. This group of 3 has kind of pulled away a little bit from Ryan Campbell. Campbell in 4th, Casey Pomolonis in 5th, Logan Edwards 6th, Christopher 7th. Clindy up 18 spots now to 8th as he has just been picking them off one by one. And he is now ahead of Anna Klimek, his chief points rival this season. So he is now earning points on Anna. Anna needs to follow suit. Ricky Paz attacking Anna on the high side. These are two drivers that are in technical alliance. So they don't want to race each other too extremely hard, but they definitely want to give each other a little extra room as well. And maybe to break that up for Clindy is Seb Alexander, who's in a technical alliance with Clindy's squad. Indy Alliance Racing along with Rogue Racing. This is kind of a home family race for Clindy, so this is kind of a little bit of a home field for him, so he wants to put on a good show here. Christopher, high side, Logan Edwards. Drivers are about 28 laps into their current stint, so notice again, they're not on the bottom anymore. They're about a lane off the bottom, if not even higher. Look at Stouffer, not even on the bottom. He's a lane off the bottom. Lindy rim riding it right now.
I just like checking Robert Maleshka now and 30th in the back. I don't know. I think it's getting tough. He need to a green flag race to catch this. How I want to say it? Strategy, saving strategy to come into the front. And what if you have the lucky number and have the yellow flag in between?
Yeah.
When he's outside.
And that would be his level of luck. He normally has pretty good luck in these things.
Yeah, but is it really difficult? Getting difficult.
Oh, Caleb Brashear up into the wall. Freebird makes contact with the turns 1 and 2 wall. And here comes the second member of the Bass brothers, Mark Murphy, right behind him, looking to get a position. Murphy in 14th. He's up 11 right now. He sees this all happening in front of him. He wants to pick up some easy spots and join his teammate Seb Alexander in that orange and black car.
Andrew Wood in the grass. Lose the control in turn. Wait. Oh, there it is. He lose the control in turn 2. He hit the wall.
Andrew Wood.
Lucky.
Let's see what happens here.
I don't know why not is a yellow like that.
But he must have lost it off of 2. We're catching him here down the front straightaway. And is it similar to what we saw with Costner? Or did he get a little help from the car to the inside? I don't, well, the car's not to the inside. It's not remotely close enough. We'll see again off the corner. Oh, he just gets up there and kisses the wall and goes to the inside. Woo! Shane Dugan's like, whoa! And the power slide driver power slides it back on the racetrack. But he's on pit road. Maybe his day is done. But back up to the point. Butch Davis, Tristan Fortson, 1 and 2. Casey Povolonis in 3rd. Ryan Campbell in 4th. Chris Demerit now back to 5th. Clindy up to 6th. Clindy's going to be challenging for the lead here by the end of this stint. Christopher in 7th. Logan Edwards in 8th. Anna Klimek 9th. Ricky Paz now in 10th. Go ahead, Lewis.
Complaining of the Mason Mitchell, I think the Raptors have a little bit contact in turn 3 and 4. No, 2 and 1 and 2. The Raptors came too strong, but I think Mason Mitchell didn't see he coming fast and have a small contact. I don't know why the Raptors don't lose the front wing, but in the real life, it should be Mason Mitchell have a flat tire for that incident. All good. They are in the track still.
And we got a fan of Butch Davis in chat. It's Rick. Rick shouting out Butch Davis, and we'd love to see Butch get a win. It's been a while. He's one of the sim racing old timers out there, along with myself. And he is battling for the lead on the high side over Tristan Fortson. Casey Povolonis now under attack by Ryan Campbell. We'll ride with Ryan Campbell, multi-time winner here in the series. Last time Ryan won was at Las Vegas back in round 7 of last season. A track, kind of similar to this. Not entirely identical, but similar. And, of course, his other victory at the Votive Indy Derby, which is a track mileage-wise about the same length. A little bit flatter on one end of the racetrack, a little bit banked more on the other end of the racetrack. He's just hanging out here in 3rd. Waiting for the next round of pit stops to occur, and we are now about 40 laps into this stint. So I suspect we will be seeing pit stops. Big run. Ryan Campbell to the bottom of Butch Davis. Butch had to roll out of it big time in the corners to keep it out of the wall and move Ryan Campbell now up to 2nd.
Okay, maybe Butch Davis is about, I think my tire is not cook, but maybe make me some stuff I don't like to see or feel in the car. That's why he's running on the high line to try to don't lose the car, and that's why it doesn't make sense for keeper. It's better to lose 3 or 4 or 5 positions than lose the car and lose the track. So actually,
look at this. He's in the high line, and he is doing everything trying not to turn that wheel. I think he's with the cars in front of him getting into the wall. But look at, we're riding with Butch right now. And he is up at the high line, and he's not turning that wheel very much. A lot of counter steering involved, so I think maybe he might be a little loose right now. Tires not agreeing with him.
Mason Mitchell coming to the pit. You know what? I remember, if we have a green flag stop, it's gonna be a festival of or black.
Mason Mitchum coming to pit road. That's right. They kept to come to pit road off of turn 3, right?
No, I think he came for the turn 4.
Okay, so if they
hold the pit.
All right.
Yeah.
So they are allowed to enter off of 4 here, which will make things even more challenging.
I will check because really it's kind of dangerous about that. There's a lot of people call it to the pit. Anna Klimek, Agent Hobson, Marquez call it to the pit. Maybe I am wrong.
Watching Anna, yeah, she's off of 4, pitting off of 4. Sliding! Oh, she caught it. 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit.
Topper call it to the pit too. Yeah, so it's everyone wants to come to the pit, I think.
Yeah, we're right at 44, 45 laps for this stint. Here's Christopher. He'll come off the banky down to the flat apron, slow the car down, get on the button, get down to 45 miles per hour right at those cones right there, and now he will roll all the way down pit road and get to his stall. Back up front, it is now Tristan Fortson, Ryan Campbell, Casey Povolonis, is in third. Butch Davis back to fourth, and Clindy now in fifth. So apparently these drivers a little bit further back have saved a little bit more fuel. Is there any value with the track conditions, Lewis, undercut here?
Oof. It's about the people stay out. Could be make the green the yellow flag because the mistakes. For example, Andrew Wood, it was a mistake. Hit the wall, and lucky for him, not lucky for everyone. They don't have a yellow flag. What about Tristan Forson? He almost hit the wall, do it by himself. So it's a lot of risk to do that. The Merit's coming to the pit too.
Merritt calling for pit road this time by. No, you can say, you got to say his name how you say it. Oh, did he speed coming to pit road? He came very hot, very close, but he gets to the 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. Probably among the fastest we've seen drivers hit the line. And that is no surprise for the I5G guys. They pay attention to that detail.
1 second. That is 1 second to gain.
Preston Fortson coming to pit road. Ryan Campbell still going deep into this run. Now 49 laps. And so if he could do 50, this really kind of turns this race into more of a two-stopper kind of type of race for him.
Yeah, I think he maybe next time by can do 35. And then that's it. So the next laps have to be... Oof, I have to check this.
Doing our math on the fly here.
Yeah, and 116, 17 maybe to the end for Demerit or the Merit.
Here's Ryan Campbell. Does he come to pit road this time? As he stay out for another lap? He's high in the groove, which makes me think he's staying out. He's staying out. So he's going to go more than 50 laps into this stint, saving a ton of fuel. Casey Povolonis doing the same. Clindy, who is becoming very good at fuel saving. He is now up to third. He's in the same lane.
Oh my God, how the way to go. You know what? He got the first pit box. It is difficult.
Oh, look at his right front tire. This is Jacob Oster. Right front tire was spent.
This is a high level expertise because he must to brake, put the car in the line to the spot, and then come into the box. The box is right over there.
Everybody else on pit road, but Casey Povolonis going deep. Chris DeMeritt, purple lap that time by 2:16.5. As Povolonis now comes off the banking, he heads to pit road. Logan Edwards, he's going to go even longer. Jane Dugan coming to pit road.
Oh.
Robert Malechka, here's what you were talking about. He's a big green flag run. He's going deep into the run. So it's going to be Logan Edwards and Robert Malechka are going to Chris DeMeritt 2:16.8.
Fast, very fast. So yeah, he must stay. He must stay behind on the track.
Oh, Logan Edwards sliding around the corner to pit road. He's into the cone safely. Now Robert Malechka saving another lap of fuel, and he is still out there racing. So just exactly what you were talking about, Lewis. Robert now runs the point all the way from the back to the front, and if he gets a caution right now, he's sitting extremely pretty. Jacob Oster, 2:16.9.
Yeah, it's gonna be the lottery winner because if it's the yellow coming now, it's gonna be the leader. With 4, no, actually it's calling to the pit now for Malechka, but 14th spot for Robert.
And I think Robert is coming to pit road this time as he's down lower on the backstretch line. As he starts to slow down, and he will now come off the banking and present the car to pit road as he gets locked. He needs to get down to that very first stall, excuse me. Here's Rashad Craig. I think Rashad Craig stayed out very long, too. He was out for 55 laps. Primetime John Stellard is the longest. He is more than he's in lap 56 of this stint. I would imagine he's coming to pit road this time, though.
Yes. calling now.
As he very conservatively comes down off the banking.
Yes.
Wayne Campbell with him. And that will turn the lead over to Tristan Fortson. Chris Demerit, Anna Klimek now in third. Well, third when we go through this pit cycle. Ryan Campbell fifth. Butch Davis in sixth. This will all quickly change here. Fortson, your leader. Now Demerit second. Klimek third. Campbell fourth. Butch Davis fifth. Stouffer in sixth. Logan Edwards, 2:16.9. Ups the purple lap, 9:72.
Yeah, Chris Demerit with side by side for the lead with Forson.
Rick says it's just a matter of time before Butch dominates this league. I'll tell you what, this is, as league's parity goes, this is some pretty good parity that we've seen in this league. I mean, when we're talking, we haven't seen a driver repeat win since season 1, and we're in season 4, and then a good stretch of that between those season 1 and season 4. Remember, we had a stretch where we had all those races with multiple first-time winners. Yeah, there's a lot of parity here, and so for someone to dominate, yeah, they really got to get up on the wheel here. Butch is definitely capable. I will give Rick that. Ryan Campbell now right behind Butch Davis on the high side of Anna Klimek, our points leader. And they will both pass Klimek. Klimek goes to the bottom to the back now. The bottom of the racetrack to the back of this pack. Top 5. And just behind them, and I think they're just almost out of reach. Here is their gap number, 1.4 from Stouffer up to Klimek. So they're almost out of the draft window. So Clindy and Stouffer are going to have to work with one another and cooperate. Right now they're racing one another, and I don't know if that's going to allow them to reel in that group of 5 in front of them, and they can't afford to lose any more of the draft, but they're catching a little bit, and they're racing, so they're getting the best of both worlds here, Lewis. They're 1.3 behind the battle up front.
Well, to be honest, when it's a super speedway, well, not very close. When it's a super speedway, I think it's better to work together. But in this condition, it's like it's about the way you take the oval or the way to take the corner. So it could be about the time to see Povolones and Brashear coming to the front again, and it's gonna be just about the time. But it's about that. But well, unfortunately, they are there again, and
no, he's there.
Getting close again.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. And right in front of him is John Stellard. Not sure what has caused John to fall so deep in the field other than the massive fuel save he might have done. But Clindy using John to pull himself forward and to get closer to Klimek. Meanwhile, up front, new leader, Lewis.
Yeah. Somebody said the wall.
Chris Stouffer. Not see that very often.
Oh, I have a contact with Casey Povolones.
We'll see this
he
again.
tried to save it, but they couldn't.
Oh, Casey got into his left rear and pushed him up the racetrack. He did a good job. I think there's a little damage on that Delar, light damage. Well, after that second hit there might be some more serious damage. We'll see if he can come to pit road, get that looked at.
Okay. Okay.
All right. What are you saying?
I think it's. You wanna like working or like a fun?
You're the driver expert. You tell me.
Jesus, I think if it's Stoffer, if I am Stoffer, pretty good job, man. Because he make the contact with Polones. Well, Polones make the contact with him, and he start to lose the control. He hit the wall, and it's better for my intention to still have in the lead lap. So better to come into the pit, restart again, and I think Stoffer thinking about if I threw the yellow flag could be good for me, and that's like he did. So it's nothing bad. It's not against the rule. Unfortunately, he hit the wall, and he tried to put the car again on the track, and the yellow flag went out.
Here they come off of pit road. Pretty much how they entered pit road. Demerit, Fortson, Butch Davis, Anna Klimek, Clindy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although Tristan Fortson is falling back.
They have a penalty, maybe.
Not sure what the call is, but Tristan Fortson is, all the cars are passing him.
I'll let you know. I have to check. How was his center? The enter was okay.
And you see a couple cars in front of Demerit, our leader. That is Casey Pahutsky and Wayne Campbell in 38th and 39th on the racetrack. As the pace car is going down to the apron. You don't see that very often. Now it's back up on the track. Not going green. We got a delayed lap, but the looks like those two cars I was getting ready to say are getting the wave around. What happened?
You know what? He in his speed said 51, 51, 50, 51 many times. So maybe he have a black flag for speeding, and he got the OL because in the entry on the exit he didn't exceed the speed. So maybe that's one of the reason.
I don't see a black flag that was presented to him in the sim, so, or I don't know if that was issued by the race steward, but yeah, I mean, obviously he's got an EOL penalty of some type. Now, John Stellard has a black flag. He's on pit road.
He said something about he make the pass somebody, and he got the black flag. But it's a car slowed down. I don't know.
We're going to go an extra lap after, again, the pace car going down to the apron. Don't see that very often. That comes back up on the apron. That is weird. I don't think I've ever seen the pace car use the apron. Has anyone ever seen the pace car use the apron? Is that normal here?
Oh, never.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Oh. Unless the pace car is short on fuel and is trying to shave off some mileage. I don't quite understand that.
What? But Husky have a black flag. Oof.
I wonder if him and Campbell came to pit road, or Kim and Campbell got the wave around. Maybe Pahutsky came to pit road and the pit road was closed.
Sure. I try to listen the race control say something, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, though. You know, iRacing make that weird black. We don't know what is, and we have to assume it's that one, but sometimes not.
Yeah, the 42 cars started tonight, and they were stretched all the way down the backstretch. Pace car getting ready to leave the racetrack, put the field under the command of I5G's Chris Demerit. He does not waste any time. Clindy on the outside of Anna Klimek got the jump on her points leader. Championship implications right here, right on your screen for P3 into turn 1.
Yeah, getting side by side between these two drivers in the Votive, and I think Anna Klimek to keep the championship is make a good result, or maybe for sure. Be on the front of the Clendy. That's the main stuff. If she win, good for that. But I think Clendy have the momentum and take the third place.
Yeah, and he's going to follow the hole that's got punched in the air by Butch Davis, and Butch Davis goes to the point. Clendy back up now, up to third, and he brings his teammate Ryan Campbell with him, and Klimek falls back to fifth. So Klimek got the jump on her on the restart. Here comes Clendy to the bottom, under the Barrett, under Butch Davis, looking for the lead, coming off a quarter four. It's going to bring Ryan Campbell into the battle. Clendy up 24 spots, looking for position 25 if he can get the lead.
I don't see the merit to it. Racing. Is semi-fuel to finish like this, or I don't know.
And Clendy to the point, Jacob Oster up into the 217 range, 217.5. You remember who has a track record here at Chicagoland and IndyCar, don't you?
I'm thinking about it, Richie Hearn.
Richie Hearn, that's right, our good pal Richie Hearn. Back in 2003 with a speed of 223.1. They were about that fast in traffic with the draft and everything in practice. So we got a little extra horsepower in these cars added in the latest update. Ryan Campbell down to the point. Now underneath him, his teammate Clendy back to the point in the number one car. Now, Richie Hearn holds the track record. He's a fellow sim racer as well. IndyCar has raced to Chicagoland only 10 times. You would think more based upon all the hoopla and everything of those races. 4 of the top 10 closest IndyCar finishes have been here at Chicagoland, including 3 of the top 4. Rear wins leaders here as we go 3 wide down the backstretch. Butch Davis up top, Campbell in the middle, Clendy down bottom. Here comes Dave Merritt. He's looking to make it 4 wide, try to make it 4 wide. Sam Hornish, Dan Weld, and Dario Franchitti each have 2 wins here. And Scott Dixon has never won here, believe it or not. He's come in second a number of times, but he's never won here. Very close in second.
Oh, the Merritt is losing. It is now in one click, one blink actually. It is 7. It could be 8 now, actually.
He's going back into the grass, but at least one of his teammates, and he can teammate will maybe allow him slot in. And we're not talking Oster. Oster is no longer on I-5G anymore. He's on Power Slide. So the new I-5G teammate that we're talking about is that car just above him. That purple camo pattern car of Logan Edwards. That's his new I-5G teammate. And so he'll let him slot in front of him as they race Ricky Paz at the start-finish line. $40 to go, and we expect at least
one splash.
I think, well, they were able to do 50 laps with a fuel save last time when we saw that big green flag stint. So we would be at that 50 lap part. So if anyone that did 50 laps before, I think has an ability to do 50 laps. But I'm wondering how much saving they had to do as Mark Murphy rides to the point very quietly and very quickly. Old and slow did it, old and stealthy.
3 wide, my God.
But everyone needs to, they might all be done. They might all be done. So they might not have to come to pit road anymore.
Yeah, I am wondering. That's why Demerit it don't even try to defend the position. He doesn't care if he's going to lose 7, 8, 10 position. He's still over there, and maybe in some point he's going to attack, but not getting late. Robin Maletka in 19, 18 now on the coming through to the back.
Yeah, and he's just staying on the bottom. He'll pass Lilac. He'll get the run on Clay, and then he'll start attacking. He'll start attacking Craig Forsyth for 15th here very shortly. And there's plenty of time for Robert Maletka to get to the point. He has the racecraft and the ability to do that. Mark Murphy, your leader. But here are 2 drivers that have been battling one another lately. I will say they probably respect each other, but I don't think they necessarily like each other an awful lot anymore. They're also teammates.
It's so funny. I can imagine a Robert said, "Coming through." Excuse me. Coming through.
Beep beep. Coming through. Pardon me. Heyo. We'll watch Robert Malechka there as he's underneath Clay Kirkenbauer. Get the pass on him. Although Mason Mitchum doing Clay no favors by staying on the bottom, but Clay goes up top. And now here comes Robert. He's going to follow Mason on through.
Pretty wide on the front.
Murph using the IRL line, guard in the bottom. Here comes Butch Davis. Butch will clear him on the tie side. He could slide down in front of him, but he wants to, and he does. He clears himself. Butch Davis back to the point. Mark Murphy now in second. Ryan Campbell third. Ricky Paz is up in this battle. Very quietly, the Mexican has made his way to fifth. Chris Demerit back to sixth. Caleb Brashear, his teammate, that is also one of his new teammates, has joined him now. There are battles all over the place, and it's very tough with 42 cars. Well, now 40 cars left running. Where do I look?
Oh my God! There's a Clay and Lalia Sear have a little bit of contact over there. Getting spicy because you know what, the lap is already just getting shorter and shorter on the end of this race, and everyone wanna go to the front, but it's getting difficult. Oster said sorry for something. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know.
Back up to the point. Butch Davis, Murphy, Clindy. AC Povolonis and Forsyth in the battle a little bit further back. Actually, Povolonis opened the door and allowed Robert Malechka to get the run on the high side. Here comes Robert Malechka in on the high side as Povolonis and El Patron battle. Here comes Robert. He's going to go 3 wide into 1.
No.
It's an Antonio sandwich. And the boss is in the middle there. And Robert Malechka picks up 2 positions. Move him up to 12th with 30 laps to go, Lewis.
Yeah, very smart. The way he took Robert the line, because the high line now, because it's still hot, the track is way faster than the middle and the low line.
And now Robert just needs to get around. Next for him is Logan Edwards, the Cat Dan Durazo, then Anna Klimek. And it starts getting a lot tougher once he gets up into the top 10. Murphy now back to 5th as he's fallen back a little bit. Jacob Oster back up into the battle. Oh, Paz running out of room on the high side. Glindy now running the show, and here's Butch Davis trying to challenge. Paz in 3rd, Jacob Oster in 4th, Murph back to 5th, Campbell fades to 6th, Demerit fades to 7th, Brashear in 8th, Klimek in 9th, Durazo in 10th. 28 to go. And once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching P1's coverage of round 5 of 9 of the Votive Indy Oval Series, coming to you from Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet for the second running of the Votive Chicago 225. Where currently Clindy, our defending series champion, who needs to put a serious points run on the 20-point deficit he's facing right now in the points to points leader Anna Klimek, is our leader. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next race for the Votive Indy Oval Series will be Sunday, April 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern time for round 6 of the championship. The teams and drivers head to South Beach for spring break. No, not really. They're going to Homestead Miami Speedway for the inaugural running of the Vice City 225, our final intermediate race track of the season. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing tonight, don't miss the action when Votive returns later in April right here on P1. Clindy, Butch Davis getting really close off of quarter number 4.
I thought Ulster's gonna make the 3 wide.
Oh,
Wow.
and he just sends it. Very big pass. 3 wide to the 1 and 2, and comes out at the other end as your new leader.
My God, what a pass. 41 spots for Tico Ulster, leader of the race.
Remember, started on the back row. Oh, pass into the wall. Robert Malechka update. Here's Robert underneath Logan Edwards. He gets that position now. Oh, I thought he was actually going to kiss the wall there. Make a rare Robert mistake. But he kept it off, and he's now looking to attack Dan Durazo. Take one of the 9 lives away from the cat. Durazo on the high side of Anna Klimek. There's only 1 life with the deer. But there goes Robert on by. So Robert now on by Durazo. We're going to 3 wide in the corner. Demerit up high. Klimek in the middle. Points leader sees maybe her life flash across in front of her face. Lifts out of it a little bit. Lifts Robert on by. Picks up the battle. She now fades to 10th. Robert Malechka now at 8th. Still plenty of time, Lewis.
There's a lot of time. They are 22 to go. Passing from line to Malechka coming to the theirs. He took like a 10 lap maybe to be now in the top 10, and now it's an 8. So maybe in 5 more laps it's gonna be next to Butch, Ulster, even close to Glendy.
Jacob Oster with the purple lap earlier in the race. Go back, check out Robert Malechka. Where is he now? Okay, so he's broken away, and it's now ahead of Ricky Paz, so he's moved him up to 7th. And he's on. He is holding on to the bottom right now. He is running a much shorter line than everyone else. Right in front of him. Let's ride with Robert. And you can see everyone in front of him running a higher line. So he's just reeling them in.
Maybe cooling down there the tires. Now it's gonna use the high line because it's not necessary. It's ready. It's already over there. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes when you find the right adjustment, you can come in. You can use the low line, whatever you want. For sure, the penalty is the tires. But I think Robert Sainz, he started under this team. He's using the low line. Sainz when he started on 20th or 22 or 23 back on the field.
Riding with Robert Malechka, the PRI Hoosier 500 winner. Clinty's still running the point. That's the far pink car you see.
Oh my God, Brashear.
Right, and Brashear right in front of Robert.
That was close.
I mean, for him, that's just checking the wall. That's just checking the boards, right? You're just checking the boards.
Oh, Butch Davis. Oof.
Oster back to the point.
They are really close to the edge, man. And also start to escape a little bit to the front.
All right. I got to show people this really quick. This is my local weather radar. I have storms rolling in, so hopefully we get this done in the next 16 laps or so, because if I go off the air at the end of this exciting race, I am not going to probably have time to bring it back. So that's the weather report in my area, as we have severe thunderstorms rolling in right now, the Indianapolis area. Murph and Davis. Davis now fading. $15 to go, coming to 14 to go. They're the Bass Brothers right there. You can hear them on our AMA coverage on Thursdays and some Friday nights.
In which
right here
broadcasting happened when they have to shut down and then come back with the replay on the 10 laps to go? I don't remember which track was. It wasn't in Las Vegas. It was another one.
Texas.
Yeah.
It was the finish between Robbie McGee and Scott Sharp, and there was a thunderstorm in the area that knocked the ESPN truck off, and no one could see the finish, and they had to come back and replay it. Yeah, I remember that race. I remember watching. I'm like, hey, because it was a great race, and I had no idea. I had to go find IMS radio and hear the end of the race there on the radio, and then finally Bob Jenkins came back on and says, hey, here's the last 10 laps. But it was a good race. It was kind of one of the early kind of pack races in the Indy Racing League. Very close finish. I don't think Robbie McGee ever got as close as he did to sniffing a win there as he did in that race. Here is Clindy and Oster and Ryan Campbell. And as we click off the laps, the opportunity of Robert Molechka is getting smaller and smaller as Durazo has actually got around King Robert and moved Robert back to 9th. So I think Robert just running out of time and tires. If he gets a late caution, oh boy, we'll watch, and that's going to be fun. But unless that caution happens, I think Robert might be relegated to about that 8th, 9th, and 10th position. But here's Clindy low underneath Jacob Oster.
Yeah, you can see all the people running hard and hard in the first.
Clindy sends it down low. He just can't hold the line. Oster gives him room. Here comes Campbell. He has a head full of steam, but he has to check up.
Oh, they put the dirty air to Clindy.
Oh, dirty air to Clindy, but Campbell with a big run underneath gets position, and he holds the lead now. 10 to go, 9 to go. And I hear thunder.
Oh.
Clindy to the bottom. And now Clindy to the point. And will Campbell and Clindy work with one another? They are teammates.
My God.
Oh, no. Look at his slice and a dice. He's going to... Got to lick that thread if you're going to slide it through the eye of the needle that thin. Oh, Oster into the wall. That's going to allow Campbell and Clindy to at least get a little bit of a reprieve and battle it out amongst themselves, but still a lot of time. 8 laps coming to 7 laps here at Chicagoland.
He must regroup again and come back. I think it must be, patient. Maybe a couple laps is going to come back if you don't hit the wall again. Almost close there.
He's trying the old Oster make your car faster trick where he just smacks the wall and makes it narrower.
Oh, yeah, the Grinch.
Caleb Brashear and Freebird, he has worked his way up to 4th. He might be a player in the bottom step of the podium. Murphy is up to 5th. Klimek is now 6th. Butch Davis has faded to 8th. I think he's cooked his tires. Robert Molechka now falling to 10th. Has more thunder in my area.
Direct on the wall, yellow. Oh my God.
Butch Davis. And Durazo.
Butch Davis is... Oh, side by side. You have to check the... When they came past for the main straight, the passing for the line. Okay, Durazo have a loose. Durazo on the exit on turn 2. And he tried to put the car in the straight again, and yep.
And he comes up the restart right in front of Robert, and Robert slice. He actually and Demerit goes through. Oh, Paz goes through. Yeah, here comes a lot of the leaders. Kirkenbauer, Trace, AJ. Yeah, that could have been a whole lot worse. But now we're gonna have a sprint to the end here, and
Ricky Paz.
Ricky Paz got through there too. Like the parting of the Red Sea there for Robert. I should call Robert Moses now.
But the Ricky, okay, the Demerit save, it was like okay, I'm gonna go to the left. But the Ricky Paz, it was like okay, go to right, left. He decided to go to the right in the last second. Crazy.
Unlimited tires today. Who is going to come to pit road and throw on a new set of tires? I don't know if anyone is.
Nobody.
Everyone's going to slug it out there with 50-lap-old tires.
Mm.
And if I do not know if you in chat, if you can hear the thunder on my mic at all, yeah, let me know, because that is I can hear it through my headphones.
No, I cannot hear.
You cannot hear it?
Nothing.
Okay.
No.
There's the local weather radar.
So
in Indianapolis, there you see Indianapolis in the middle. Actually, you can't see. Actually, the racetrack is over in this area. Obviously, this is my area up here. This is the Beltway around Indianapolis 465. That's the other Indianapolis 500.
Huh. Oh, there. Okay.
So that's what I got going on right now. So hopefully we can stay on the air for another 3 more laps. The lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get a green-white checker. A natural green-white checker. A proper green-white checker. As, man, I think we're getting a little bit of hail, because I'm starting to hear pellets hitting my my window here in my computer room. So here we go. Fireworks outside, fireworks inside on the racetrack. A storm is brewing on the outside. A storm is getting ready to brew here at Chicagoland under caution for a late caution here. We're going to slug it out between teammates, but Jacob Oster there is part of the picture. Do we see Freebird get in up there in this battle? And then Mark Murphy, top 5. Here we go. Coming to green with 2 to go. Green flag is out. Ryan Campbell, Clindy, Jacob Oster, Caleb Brashear, and Old and Slow, Mark Murphy, your top 5 to finish this race out at Chicagoland in the Votive Chicago 225.
Caleb Brashear have a good momentum, and that's it. So I think the tires, it is so difficult for now.
White flag. White flag is out. And it's going to be a 3-way battle. Clindy in the middle, and he gets touched, and he gets spun, and he goes up to the Freebird. Jacob Oster still has the lead. We're not going to stay. We're not going to go yellow. He's going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Ryan Campbell is going to race him to the line for the win. It's going to be Oster and Campbell. Campbell and Oster turning for home off the corner. Oster on the low side. He goes to the apron. Here goes Campbell. Campbell, 0.008 of a second win by. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jacob Oster, a statistical tie to 3 decimal points.
They give you the win for Campbell, and they change it to Oster. And Boro then asking what?
All right.
How do you read that? 0.001. 30,000 maybe. But it's nothing. It's just what? Nothing? An ant maybe?
I'm trying to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see. Okay, I think I might have an angle. I need to cycle through. I don't know if I have an angle to show people. This might be the best angle right here. Let me get rid of. That's 10 hundredths, thousandths. It's down to the 10,000ths. It's down to the 10,000ths.
New name. 10,000. 110,000. I don't know, man. Even in Spanish, I can say that though. I think
I don't know what because all we see is this is all I see on mine is 0, 0, 0. So what is in this spot and what is in this spot? These two numbers right here is ultimately what this distance is. I don't know what that is, but according to iRacing, and this can be reviewed by the stewards, we can call this unofficial. But I agree with you. Originally, it went to Campbell. It had Campbell by 0.008 of a second. And then it switched to Oster, and that's when I said, hold on. That is ultimately what happened.
Wait, how Robert finished fourth?
And somehow Robert Malechka finishes fourth. So what we need to do is we need to kind of hustle here because I want to get these interviews in. I don't really have good camera shots here. Flip through. Oh, well, this one might be the closest. That's from the pits. That's a pits camera right there. Wow. Well, Jacob Oster in a statistical tie. This is a first. Lewis, I don't think we've ever had a 0.000 tie on the program before. And I need to actually put in the race name.
Maybe we have one more,
yeah.
To be honest. Maybe we have one or two, but I'm going to say one. Only one included.
All right, let's do that. Refresh. There we go. We get the right title in here, too. Spin on the fly production again today. Oster with the win. Campbell, technically second. Classified as second. Mark Murphy, we'll talk to him. He'll definitely want to take 15 minutes for an interview. He'll be P3. Robert Malechka fourth. Logan Edwards in fifth. And I think Robert maybe took care of some of the people that lifted in that mayhem that involved Clindy. And picked up some opportunistic spots. I'm going to guess that he might be your driver of the race, but it's really tough to. Do you really want to give the the Luis Gonzalez Nunez Driver of the Race Award to Robert Malechka? This is kind of expected of him, but by the rules that you state, he kind of is that he meets all the criteria.
I take credit for that, but Robert Malechka do it always the same thing. So because he won a lot of things, so I think I'm gonna think about it.
Logan Edwards, Anna Klimek, Craig Forsyth up to 7th. Krista Merritt in 8th. Clay Kirkenbauer survives the internet wars of the Kirkenbauer household, and he comes home in 9th. Ricky Paz had a good race. He finished in the top 10. Dre Shadid, Lilac Zier, AJ Hobson, Jacob Collins. He had himself a good race. Jacob improved 23 spots to come home in 14th. Tristan Fortune 15th. Andrew Marquez didn't really quite recover the way that he probably envisioned he was, but he comes home 16th. Nate Fields, 17th. Drive Time John Stellar, 18th. Shane Coker, 19th. Jeff Heisong in 20th. That's only half the field, folks. Stover, Dugan, Tedesco, newcomer, Reed, El Patron. Caleb Rashear caught up in that collision coming in through turns 1 and 2 on the last lap. Lovern. Seb Alexander, Clindy in 30th. Costner, Povolonis, Wayne Campbell, Pahutsky, Davis, Durazo, O'Sullivan, Mitchum, Craig, and Andrew Wood. And I believe that is, we got Chad Simpson. Not sure what happened to Chad. Indy Kirkenbauer will come home in 42nd and last, unfortunately, because of the internet issues. Boy, Lewis, this is going to be painful for Clindy in the points championship. At one point, he was 2 turns away, or maybe 3 turns away, from gaining points in a worst-case scenario over Anna. And the way this race finished is Anna actually puts more distance between herself and Clindy.
Actually, yeah, it's going to be painful, but it's not going to be painful also for Mark Murphy, because he is now in 5th. It's not point update yet. He is in 5th with 59 behind, and he finished at top 3. So it could be put him close to the battle for the championship with half a way to go.
All right. What we're going to do here is I'm going to queue up some replays just so I can get the cars running again. I won't have that shot of the finish, but I'm sure there will be better pictures on the Votive Discord server. Link is in the description, by the way, if you're not already a member of that. And you can see pictures of this finish up to the 10,000th position is what the margin of victory was. If anyone knows what, if they can see it in timing and scoring, maybe on their end, if they have something that goes at 10,000, let us know what it is, because I don't know right now. So Mark Murphy is going to be the first person we're going to bring in here. I just need to queue up some replays, and we'll bring in Old and Slow and talk about his run to the front. All right. Wow, what a finish. And for all you watching, we're right now kind of got 46 concurrent, peaked out. You might have just seen your first, at least to 3 decimal points, statistical tie in iRacing as well tonight. That does not happen very often at all. And we'll bring up the Murph, and here he is joining us in the booth. I guess it's not the story tonight just how close that finish was, but Murph, 5/10 behind that battle, had a front row seat, maybe the best seat in all the house. What'd you see? But besides talking about the finish, talk about your race. Up 22 spots, just slicing and dicing and working your way up through the field very methodically and getting there when the time is right, which is at the very end when it's time to go to the pay window. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. It was just save the tires, save the tires, save the tires. It wasn't that we were going any faster, just people in front of us started going slower and we were able to slip past them, and cautions came out at the right time, and I think we pitted about right on that green flag cycle, and just, man, at finish, I don't know what happened. I think was it Clindy and Brashear got tangled up. I went under somebody going down the back, and then Logan and I got hooked up, and I thought we were going to wreck, and poor Rob's sitting back there thinking, you know, these two, I dodged one, now I'm have to dodge another, and I think he got out of it. And then I look up and Campbell and Oster ahead of me, and I'm thinking, good, usually you can tell, you know, who's got the edge at the line, and I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I saw Jacob get a heck of a run going down the bottom. I said, man, this is going to be close. And
that's an understatement.
just don't wreck. I don't think I can dodge one more. I've dodged 2 in the last mile. Don't make me do another one. But no, I mean, it was fun. It was an awesome setup. Thanks to Rob and Shane for giving us something that wasn't a typical Chicago pack race. You had to manage the throttle. It didn't really matter what tools you ran so much as what you're doing with your right foot. And I wish I had another gallon of gas too, because I got to the lead and I thought I could have held it, but I looked down and I was a lap short, so I had to give up the lead to save some gas, and then it wouldn't have mattered because the yellow came out. But overall, just a really good day, really fun day, and we'll take it.
You know how this works. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who wants to say hi to, go right ahead.
Yeah, everybody at Indy Alliance Racing, the Global Alliance. It was a ton of fun racing with Rashad and Seb tonight, as it always is. You know, I know a lot of it gets made about teams and so forth, but you know, really it's just about racing with your buddies, and I wouldn't pick 2 better guys to race with than Rashad and Seb. You know, everybody in the Global Alliance, I think, you know, 2 cars in the top 3, we'll take that. Thank you to everybody at P1 Broadcasting and Gary for allowing me to have the microphone 4 or 5 nights a week. It's always fun. It's a good time. Black Magic Studios for the paint, and I got to thank Admin Box, Big Jim Cookies. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. No past media. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but overall, just a really fun race. I'm tickled to finish third.
Yeah, it looks like you're having a fun time out there. Well, Murph, we'll catch you tomorrow, part of the open wheel doubleheader when you guys go to Barber. It's Barber week in the IIS, so therefore Open's going to race there. So we'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on P1 at Barber. But congratulations on the P3, and we'll see you at the next race whenever you're in the cockpit next.
Absolutely, Gary. Keep going fast and having fun, boys.
That is Mark Murphy. Check him out Tuesday or Monday nights for the Indy Open Series top split. Him and Jacob Collins. Let's bring up Ryan Campbell and go ahead.
No, points up.
Points are updated. Points are up. So let's check the points here real quick before we bring up Jacob. All right. So Anna comes into the race with a 20-point lead. She leaves with a 26-point lead. So the damage is not that bad. It could have been worse, but it's not that bad. So Anna still holds the lead. Clindy second. Murphy now in third. Chad Simpson falls to fourth. Logan Edwards fifth. Tied with Indy Kirkenbauer. Then we got Mason Mitchum, Alexis Newsom, Rashad Craig, Butch Davis, and Dan Durazo basically rounding out what would be mostly the top 10. There's a couple ties up in the top 10 right now. There's a tie for fifth between Logan Edwards and Indy Kirkenbauer. So that's we'll see how that eventually shakes out. But right now, those are the points going into the next race. Let's bring in Ryan Campbell. And here is Ryan Campbell joining us in the booth. And I guess all we want to do is talk about that last lap.
Yeah, I guess the tie doesn't count as a win. But
not today.
about as close as you can get. Yeah, it was an interesting last lap. When you have a race that close, you kind of look at every single thing you did and look at every single error and think that cost you the win. But ultimately, I think Jacob just ran the perfect, backstretch to front stretch combo, and he pulled down at the perfect time, right when he was in my blind spot, and he had the run, so I couldn't see him perfectly. And I honestly thought I had it. I thought I had it for a while until looked at the scoreboard and saw second was next to my name. So clearly I didn't. So, I want to apologize to Clendy, though. I clipped him. I was like a tire width up on the lane, and I'm debating whether that was the correct call or not, because the bumps are really bad right next to the apron here. But that was really hard racing. But I know Clendy's in a championship battle here, so I know that costs him a little more long term than versus a ringer like me. So I would like to apologize to Clendy for taking him out and making him lose a lot of points. And then not even being able to get the win following that up. So took out my teammate and didn't get the win. So I'm 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, those are one of the days. You should be feeling the joys of victory, but I think there's a little bit more agony in defeat there because of everything that led up to that. And really, when you and Jacob crossed the start-finish line, and Lewis can back me up on this, and we were telling the listeners and the viewers, you were actually listed as the winner by 0.008 of a second.
Okay, yes. So that wasn't just me. Okay.
Yeah, so you were listed as a winner briefly, and then all of a sudden, as I was getting ready to say, and your winner by 0.008, Ryan Campbell, all of a sudden my screen resets, and then it goes back to Jacob Oster, and it had you guys at least at a tie to the third decimal point. So somewhere in the ten thousandths of a second is the difference of this race.
Yeah, it was a really weird deal because I thought it showed me as the winner for a split second, but I mean, I'm really not going to lose too much sleep over it. I mean, when it's me versus Jacob Oster and Clendy and everyone who is up there, and it's that close for the win, it's almost, you just feel pride being up there after 150 laps and running a clean race. Really, it hurts a little bit not getting the win, but ultimately, your goal coming into the race is to put yourself in position to win the race. And I did that. And sometimes the cards don't fall in your favor, like today, but you still have to walk away with pride that you put yourself in that position to win. And that's really 90% of the battle here. So, I mean, ultimately, am I disappointed I didn't get the win? Yes, but when you come this close, it's almost, you know, you don't want to cry over spilled milk. There's probably about 38 other people in this lobby who would want to be in my position, would kill to be in my position. So, you know, I'm just going to learn a couple lessons and see what I can improve on here and, you know, kind of go on thinking what could have been.
Well, and
How I'll spend my night tonight.
my last question is where do you find 1/10,000th of a second? You know,
Everywhere. It's almost shocking how many places you can find it. Right? If you lose by a tenth or half a second, you kind of, man, he had my number that day. But, you know, just watching this final lap back, I can see, you know, 5 different things that I did that could have been that extra thousandth of a second. And you know, overanalyzing something like that, it can help you improve, but you can also overanalyze it too much. But no, there's definitely a lot of places where I can see, even where I went down, I didn't defend that apron as good as I could. Oster kind of held me up there a little bit and waited until his run coming down the hill got better before he darted down, which was perfect for him, because if he would have went down the hill immediately and went down that apron, I would have just followed him and my momentum would have been, you know, right where he is. And he was fighting damage, and he was fighting a lot of adversity that lap. So he really just drove the perfect last lap, and I didn't. And that's really the difference between a thousandth of a second and not. That's kind of what makes racing so beautiful sometimes and so painful other times.
Well, congratulations, I guess, on P2. You're right. There's probably some other folks out there that would love to swap places with you. So getting the second spot tonight is Ryan Campbell. Congrats, and we'll catch you at the next race.
Yep. Thank you. And thank you guys for the broadcast as always.
No problem. Our pleasure. So you guys making it easy when they keep coming with close finishes like this, Lewis.
Yeah, and actually with it was a pretty, to be honest, 1 hour and 30 minutes race. Does it also make it easy for us?
Yeah. Here is Jacob Oster now joining us in the booth, and somewhere in the 10,000th range is where you edged Ryan Campbell out for the win here. Congratulations, first win in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Get it from the worst to first challenge. Started on the back row with your teammate, worked your way to the front, and got the win here by at least 1/10,000th of a second. So we don't know anything more than that. Talk about your race, but specifically talk about coming to the checkered flag there and your run on the apron, which really Ryan credits as your winning moment there, as you got there before him faster and with a better run, and that ultimately gave you half of a nose length win. That's what it looks like from our point of view. Your victory here.
Yeah, no, I definitely think this is my closest margin of victory in 12 years of iRacing. So that's pretty cool. But, you know, I was messing up a lot that last half of that last run. Ryan and Clindy worked pretty well together as teammates to kind of box me out and just forced me to overdrive the car. And I had kind of reserved myself the third that, like, I couldn't catch them coming to, like, 5 to go. And then we got a caution, and I knew the ball game was going to change. And I knew that the first lap didn't matter as long as Brashear did not ever get past me or on my right rear. So I just got the run the best I could out of 3 and 4, and just knew that if I held it on the Clindy's right rear into turn 1 and pinched him as hard as I could, just got him all the way down, I could probably get the best run off the corner and chop them both into 3. But I thought I was about to die. I heard the contact to my left, then I felt it, and then I hit the wall. And I didn't know how close Ryan was. I just knew he was right there on my bumper, and I tried to regen as most as I could and try to mirror drive him a little bit, but I thought I had said coming off turn 4 that he won. I was sure he did. I didn't even know I won until Wood told me that I won, because I wasn't looking at it. I thought it was done, because that is close. Like, I don't understand. I've been trying to find the data, and it just says 000.
I would love to see that data as well, because here's what happened for us.
I can't find the 4th digit.
Here's what happened for us is, and you can hear this again on when you watch the replay back, or the stream replay back. It was originally given to Ryan by 0.08 of a second, and then the
Yeah, no,
screens
I
reset.
watched back and I saw that.
And then the screens
I
reset,
thought
and then it
was-
gave you the win at a statistical tie to the third decimal point. And that's all we know.
Yeah, no. And if you look at the picture, it's like, maybe if we had the slit scan photography that they use here for like NASCAR, it would probably be, I'm not kidding, like the width of the end of the nose cone, it looks like.
Probably.
So that's hard. Like that is close. Like I thought he was gonna follow me down the apron because I knew I could use it on the last lap. So I had dumped my hybrid as I was transitioning down. So I don't even think I was at 100%. I just tried to make it the straightest shot possible, and I was like, if I win, it's whatever. You know, I can only run a couple of these, but it was a lot of fun.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to. We know we're going to be seeing you more of these races with the Pro Series over. Got a win here today. Congrats. Go ahead and shout them out.
I should be at Phoenix and Auto Club at this current rate. Those
Okay.
are 2 weekends that I should be able to make it, thankfully. I'd like to dedicate this win to the birthday boy, Matthew Pavelski, who also on this day 5 years ago at Chicagoland in the Indy Elite Series won a race against my now teammate by a very similar margin. So it's nice to have two birthday winners in history, half a decade apart. But big thanks to Rob for making the setup. It was a lot of fun to drive a car that was built competently, especially on an oval like this. It's a shame that you can't really get the tires to do everything like you want to, and you can't make everything string out. But is the best we could have, I think. And I had a lot of fun coming through the field. I knew it was going to be a challenge coming from dead last, but I knew I had it in me to at least get there and give it a shot. So I'm glad it turned out.
Well, congratulations on the win. Whatever that margin is, we don't know. And if someone can find it in the data, and it's got to be out there somewhere. If it's embedded somewhere.
It's maybe not in thousandths of a second, maybe in thousandths of an inch is probably the best way to describe it. At 225 miles an hour, that may be a better way to determine.
I don't even think it says. No, it doesn't even say on Sim Racer Hub either, and he just uploaded that stuff there.
It is a tie at every single data point I'm looking on.
So if someone else can find it, I would be very curious. But congrats on the win, man. Go enjoy it. They don't get any closer than that, I guess.
That's true. They don't. So I'll be back for another one and see if we can go 2 for 2 in the races that I actually finish here in this series.
All right, Jacob, congrats. We'll catch you at the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Lewis, you do enough of these races, you see everything eventually, and I think we've seen a red flag. We've now seen a statistical tie. We've seen someone that was fourth at the white flag become the winner. We've seen it all, literally. We've seen it all now. And if you do enough of these, you're going to see it all. And I think this is just another one that you can check off the list for us. Is we've seen just about everything there is to see now with IndyCar racing on iRacing. A dead heat tie at the start-finish line for the win here at Chicagoland, really mimicking the real-world results of what we saw many times here when the IndyCar Series came here in the 10,000ths of the second range. I know we saw thousands of the second wins in IndyCar racing, but I'm not really sure if we saw much in the 10,000ths range. But we got it here today. Whatever that is, Jacob Oster's your winner. And like I said, you stick around long enough, you'll see everything.
Yeah, it was a really, really exciting race, a really interesting race on the end. And with all of this, I think the yellow flag came in the right time to make more excited this race on the end, because I think the battle it was for Clendy and Campbell on the end. No, it was a Campbell. No, it was a whatever. The thing is, it was gonna be just only for two people on the end,
right?
And it was like, okay. Maleska went on the back to the almost top 10. Oster he went pull back again. And we get really in the end with what if we get a yellow flag, and that's the yellow flag came out, and the race went, like you said, we click in our notes, we did the red flag, and close to finish by 0.01. They say inches, but I don't know inches, to be honest. Maybe centimeters. That's really,
I don't know
really
how
small,
you translate inches to time. We'd have to do the math on that. But I'm very serious.
yeah.
I'd love to know the time. I mean, I think it's in the sim somewhere, and all the data. It's in there somewhere. It just needs to be extracted. I don't know where it is. Maybe someone at home knows, and they can let us know in the Discord server about how to extract that. But I think that number exists if we save the replays and everything. Yeah.
They have to exist at some point because they cannot make the margin by like that. There should be, for example, we're talking about the speed limit in the track. A racing should be put it like a fix it, whatever you want to put it in there.
Yeah.
Why not just add it something when it's 000? Just add it something else to understand the real one.
Yeah.
Don't put one number extra to the second one just to make happy us to say, oh, he won the race by 0.00001. Nah, just put the real number to understand if it's right that or no. But,
well, we can't complain too much. I mean, I think we both feel pretty lucky that we saw a finish like this today.
Yeah, actually, really happy. I think Oster, the way he pulled back to the apron was really, really nice. Normally in the regular circumstances, you're exit on the front four and you pull down to the apron right away to gain some meters or inches to the winner. But he hold it and he pulled down to the apron to win the race, basically. So really was a good race for us, actually, for watching. 42 cars, 2 yellows actually, or 3 yellows. I think it was 2 yellows, and it was a really, to be honest, one of the top so far in the Votive, and really congratulations for all of them. We every day of the race getting more impressed how they're driving, because we started, you remember, in season 2 when we have some not really nice races, and then it start to improve, and the league instead to getting high by the names we have over here in this league. So we are gonna come back in April, the best months on the year for sure, April.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I am the birthday on April. April is your.
I do
April
too.
is your birthday also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, it's the best months on the year. We're gonna go to Homestead, Miami.
I'll show the schedule
laps,
here.
so
We'll show everyone the schedule. Go ahead.
there is 150 laps in Homestead, Miami, and then we go to the proper Phoenix on 26th. And then May 17, Fontana, and then June 7 at 4 p.m. on the Indianapolis 300. So it's going to be really excited what's happened, because Murphy, once again, is getting in the orbit to NATO championship in his stand. So it's going to be in the top to try to gain in, and who knows, to have some battles with Clendy and Anna Clement. So Anna Clement very lucky. He finished on top 5 because the incident because the incident Clendy. Unfortunately for Clendy, all the effort he did for coming on the front was for one incident on the end. So unfortunately for him, but he must come back on Miami strong to maybe getting close, or who knows, remain the championship, like he did on the Homestead Miami and the Fixed Series when he won the race by thousands.
8/10. It was like, yeah, it was 8 thousandths of a second. Yeah.
It was a really good dive for that race. So see you on April 12th, but see you on next week from the, I don't know where it's from, but Tuesday night Oval Series on P1.
We will be at the Oval Series Tuesday night of Richmond. So we'll go to the real short track. No pack race there.
At night.
At
It's
night.
going to be at night.
Yes.
I remember now.
So if anyone wants to submit this to iRacing, go right ahead. I'm thinking about actually sending this in. You don't see very many even regular races at 0.000. I know they happen. I've seen them before. I just don't see very many of them, so I don't know how rare it is. So we'll go ahead if someone wants to submit it, and I'll try to remind myself to submit it as well. But we'll see if iRacing can pick this up and add it to a little viral campaign to help the league and help IndyCar. But man, what a finish here tonight. Glad everyone stuck around to get a peek at that. First time ever here on my time calling a race here on the channel, old channel, anywhere. Closest has been actually involved, I think it was 4 thousandths of a second. There might have been a 3 thousandths of a second race that I called, but I definitely could think 4 thousandths of a second. That was Caleb Bensey over Robert Malechka at the Elite Racing League Indy 500 a couple seasons ago. And that's the closest one that I can recall. So it doesn't happen very often, and it's very thrilling when it does. So I'm glad that everyone was here to be able to check that out. There you saw the schedule. And again, note that time for Indianapolis. That will be starting at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So it is done and over with before the Gateway race kicks off for the real IndyCar series for the season finale here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Let's get on out of here, give everyone back their Sunday nights, and get a start to the week. That's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here for the second running of the Votive Chicago 225 from Chicagoland Speedway. Jacob Oster is awarded the win by what margin? We don't know, but we know it's at least 1/10,000th of a second over Ryan Campbell. And Mark Murphy comes home a distance 5/10ths of a second back. It might as well seem 5 miles back with the way that the finish was between the top two. But that is your podium. Oster, Campbell, and Murphy. Great race tonight here, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Join LGN and myself again on Sunday, April 12th. For round 6 of season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series, the team of drivers head to Homestead, Miami Speedway. Coverage, as always, will start approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, it's 8:00 p.m. Remember, it's an all-new season, so for correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Also, remember, we just also did go through a time change, but it still should be 8 p.m., but always check the channel. We will have the correct time for you in your area on YouTube. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you gotta hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It's round 4 of the 2026 INDYCAR iRacing Series Saturday Top Split as the teams and drivers head to the Augusta National of Motorsports Barber Motorsports Park. Check out the best open wheel, open setup racers on all of iRacing. Go head to head against the same type of schedule faced by the real stars of cars of the NTT IndyCar Series this season. Join myself, Antonio Estrada, Ryan Walker, as we bring you all the action. Don't miss it. Again, coverage starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Time this Saturday right here on P1. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries, to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram. All of our social links are on Linktree as well. You can check those out in the description. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive and at P1, I'm Gary Gotso saying to all, happy Sunday. Thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military, especially those in the air and the sea, in the Middle East, and all of our first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Once again, congratulations to Jacob Oster for winning a race on a statistical tie. Gets us again April 12th at Miami Homestead Speedway, and otherwise known as Vice City, for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. We'll see you, everybody.